Yo, what's happening, guys? Chilling with your boy C-Bone. You know what it is, man. I am making yet another video for you to help you get healthy and happy. Yes, I'm making this for you. Now, this video right here is basically for those just getting started. This is for those people who don't know what to do, man. You know that you gotta eat fruits and vegetables. That's obvious, right? But how do you do it when you go into the grocery store? What do you know? Because there's so many products out there that are basically claiming to have healthier stuff in them, and special case cereals and stuff like that. It's just a bunch of baloney. So I'm gonna kind of demystify some of this stuff for you guys, kind of give you some starting guidelines for when you go shopping, and so this way, when you go in there, you kind of know what you're looking for. And you know what is good and what's bad and stuff like that. And this is kind of just just the beginning, because as you go, you get a little better and you learn how to read the labels, and you learn how to do different things. You learn how to see how much sodium and see how much carbs and all that great stuff. But you don't need to learn that stuff right now. Right now, you just want to know how to flipping shop. Okay? How to shop, how to make it as simple as possible, how to start a healthy lifestyle. Okay? So today, my title is How to Shop. And hopefully you guys can see the board pretty good. So let's say you have a grocery store. Now, most grocery stores are set up the same way. The supermarkets, they're usually set up the same way. You walk into the front door, okay, going in, and you come up to your produce aisle. Now, there's some stores that aren't set up like that, but you get the general ideas where, just let me talk, okay. So you have your fruits and veggies, you have your produce aisle, and you have all the produce set up on the outside, okay? And that's usually on the left-hand side of the store. And as you curve around, you go over to the poultry and meats section. And then as you circle around that, that's usually the dairy section. And they have different things going on there. And then in the middle of the store, you have what they call the box can, what I call the dead zone. It's basically all your processed, boxed, and canned foods, okay? So how do you maneuver through the store and get the stuff that you really need, and the stuff that's going to keep you healthy and happy and going and have energy to keep up with your kids, to do the stuff that you got to do, to go to work and be a fantastic employee, to be a good entrepreneur, to be a good rapper, singer, whatever it is that you are. How do you do this stuff? Okay, so let's start from the very beginning. You have the fruits and vegetables. Well, that's pretty obvious, right? You go, you get some fruits and veggies. Bam! Put them in there. Now, what I'm talking about, when you go into the store and you get your cart, just make sure you get a nice little variety going on. Make sure you get some good colors going on. Get you some carrots and broccoli and stuff like that. That's all the basic stuff. But try different vegetables. Try different things. Try stuff you've never had before. Try different types of squash, and try different types of cucumbers and pickles and whatever it is. Just try different things, so every week when you go, you ain't got to pile up all at one time, but every week that you go, just try a new vegetable, try a new root, and try a new something, and figure out, jump online or call somebody who you might know that might know a healthy recipe or whatnot, and try to figure out how to cook those foods. Like something, for example, would be spaghetti squash. Spaghetti squash, most people don't even pick it up, unless you know what the heck you're doing with it, because it's just basically a big old squash. And it's hard, and what the heck do you do with those type of things? And like the acorn, acorn squash and stuff like that, what do you do with it? Well, in the case of like spaghetti squash, what I would do is I would chop it in half, right? Throw it in a pot, boil it up, okay? And the reason why it's called spaghetti squash should be pretty obvious, but you can scrape it and it comes out like little angel hair spaghetti, okay? So you can figure out stuff like that. You boil that, and it's a pasta-free meal. It's basically a vegetable that you can. It's basically acting like pasta or whole grain pasta or something like that if you're kind of on the low carb type thing. So yeah, just experiment. The point is to experiment with different vegetables, find out what they can do. I bet you probably don't know. Some of you probably do, but some of you don't know that you can make pancakes out of sweet potatoes. Stuff like that. And you get to know these things over time. Alright, so fruits and vegetables, that's pretty obvious, okay? Get your fruits and veggies, people. Start eating them, start putting them in your face hole, and yeah, that's that. Then you come over to your meats, okay? And you come over to your meats, and you're going to get good, clean cuts of meats. Now, if you can't afford free-range chicken and free-range beef and all this stuff, because honestly, you know what? Honestly, I don't buy that stuff. I think it's over marketed, and it's kind of like organic stuff. You know, there's certain things I would get organic, but certain things I just don't. And at this point in time, I'm not really buying all that stuff. Maybe in the future, when I got $1 million to spend, maybe I will. But just try to get some clean cuts of meat, okay? Not stuff that has excess amounts of fats and stuff like that. Now, if you're paleo, then there's an exception to that rule, but we'll go into that. That's a whole nother video. But basically, just try to get you some lean cuts of meat, get you some pork chops, get you some chicken, get you some beef. You know, you can get the ground up stuff. Just try to get the real lean ones. And if you can't afford the real lean ones, here's what you do. You get that stuff, you fry it up or whatever, however you're going to prepare it, you know, because you obviously don't put no oil. You just put the ground beef in there, and it'll come up with its own fat and oils. And then once you get that, you transfer it over to a strainer. Strain the heck out of that thing, okay? Get all that fat out of it, okay? There you go. Plain and simple. And it'll save you some cash flow. Alright? So you get your meats, right? You obviously get your meats. And then you move on to dairy. Now, dairy is one of those sections where it's like, you know, some people do dairy, some people don't. I don't do a whole bunch of it. As a matter of fact, I was telling my wife the other day, because the only dairy that I've been really doing is cottage cheese and some yogurt lately. And ever since I started doing that, I started getting this phlegm in my throat, man. I started getting this thing, you know that thing every morning? Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. So I'm actually cutting out dairy from my diet now, and the only dairy I'm pretty much going to be getting is my whey protein. So hopefully that clears that thing up, because I don't like that going on, man. It's just disgusting. You know, you're trying to breathe. Anyways, so you can go get the dairy. Milk, I stay away from the conventional milk. I stay away from the 2%, the 1%, the fat-free. I stay away from all that stuff, man. Stuff is processed, got hormones in it, man. You don't need to be having that stuff in your life. What I get is I basically get the almond milks. I get the I don't even mess with soy milk, but anyway, soy milk, almond milk, you know, coconut milk. Coconut milk is fantastic, man. If you're talking about smoothies, oh, dude, are you kidding me? High in fat, but it's a good fat for you, okay? So basically, you can go dabble with the dairy, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of whatever you want, and you get those things. So depending that really depends on what kind of diet you're on. Which, like I said, that's another video. That's different lifestyles, because that's a big part of this game. Is trying to figure out what lifestyle you're going to choose. Are you going to be a paleo? Are you getting a whole bunch of fat with no breads, no carbs, no grains, and a whole bunch of meat and salad? If that's you, that's you. And if you're going to be a vegan, then that's you. If you're going to be a vegetarian, if you're going to be a flexitarian like me, if you're going to be, whatever it is you're going to be, there's different lifestyles, different ways to do it. There's different ways to get healthy, people. There's no universal truth, okay? I'm tired of these universal truths that people are saying, you know, it's only one way and you only got to do it one way. Trust me, I tried that. Doesn't work. It doesn't work. I like to be a flexitarian. I like Tony Horton, the maker of P90X. And, you know, I like to bounce around the different diets and try different things and, you know, different lifestyles. That's what I do, man. Some days I eat, you know, the more conventional, healthy way of eating. And then other days I eat a paleo meal. And a paleo meal, guess what? There's chicken on my skin. Oh, excuse me, skin on my chicken. That sounds kind of weird. Skin on my chicken. Mwah! Oh! Flavor. Anyways, yeah, I do that. So, you know, you choose whatever lifestyle you want. So dairy, that's kind of one of those, you know, what are you going to do about that? Okay? So then, once you're there, now the dead zone. What do you do in the dead zone? What are you getting in the dead zone? I spend most of my time in these areas. I spend very little time in this area. There are some exceptions to the rules, okay? So one exception would be canned tuna. Canned tuna is okay, as long as it doesn't have a whole bunch of salt in it, as long as it's just a fish in some water. Don't get the ones with the oils, just get the tuna in the water, plain, bam, bam. Doesn't taste very good, I don't really like it, but hey, you're talking some good protein, talking some good fats, and there it is. Another exception is going to be your spices. Spices, you know, like herbs and spices and stuff like that, stuff to spice up your life, because if you're not pouring all this MSG and seasoning all over your stuff anymore, and you're trying to figure out how to get that flavor and how to you know, make it taste good, then you get the basil, the rosemary, and all that stuff. And, you know, sometimes they have well, all the time they have the dried spices in there, and you can actually get the fresh ones over here in the fruits and vegetable aisles. But you may not recognize them because they're in the form of plants. And inside of the dead ones, they're pretty much in the cans all dried out and stuff. So, spices, tuna, what else can you get from that area? The other thing you can get from that area, almonds, bags of almonds. You know, what I'm talking about is like box and can foods, okay, people? So, basically, you can get some things in there. Some things like almonds and stuff like that, you're going to have to obviously get in a bag or a can. You know, some places offer it by the pound. If you got all the money in the world, you can go to a place like Lassen's, or you can go to a natural food store where they sell it wholesale and whatnot. You can do that as well. If you got a whole bunch of money, you just want to pour into nuts. Me, I prefer to go and just grab me a bag for what I need, and you know, that's it. So, yeah. So those are the exceptions, you know, tuna, spices, say some nuts, what else there? That's pretty much it. Oh, and then the frozen aisles. Almost forgot my frozen aisles, which usually I think are over here. So anyway, frozen aisles, you're talking, stay away from those boxed frozen foods. OMG. They ain't cool, man. I don't care how healthy they say they are. They're calorie rich, salt, sugar, and fat all up in those things. You don't want those things, okay? The only thing you want to be getting out of the frozen aisle is you're going to be getting yourself some vegetables, okay? Now, I say the best way to go is with the fresh ones. But you know what? Even I get frozen vegetables because sometimes it's just more convenient. And I supplement because they may not have all the nutrients and stuff inside of them that you really need. So I supplement with Shakeology. Yes, Shakeology, baby. Keeps me going all day long. Okay? So, and that's pretty much how I shop. Then I come over here. And here's the best thing about shopping this way. You come over here to the cashier. You start putting your stuff on the belt. Right? And the cashier, they're looking at you, and they see a lot of food come through the lines all day long. And they're looking at you and they're like, man, you eat really healthy. What? Like, it's pretty cool to see somebody come through here with fruits, vegetables, lean protein, little bit of dairy, little bit of canned box foods with tuna, spice, nuts, stuff like that. It's pretty cool because you can tell you're healthy and you look good and you look nice and lean and ripped and peanut out. You're gonna get mass compliments, man. Honestly, you will. You'll get mass compliments, and that's gonna make you feel better because you know you're on the right track. Take a look around. Now, no disrespect to anybody out there shopping, okay? But take a look around, people. Take a look around at the people who are shopping with the stuff in their carts. Look at their carts. Look at what they have in theirs. And then look at their body. Look how they look. Do they look healthy? Do they look big? How do they look? Then you tell me. The food that they're putting in the cart, is that making them that way? And the people who look healthy, look at their carts. What do they have in their carts? Fruits, vegetables, nuts, berries, lean proteins, whole grains. BAM! Yeah. So this is basically how you guys shop, man. This is exterior shopping. I hope that this video was helpful to you guys. When you're just getting started, one more small note, when you're just getting started, you do want to stay away from a lot of the boxed and canned foods. There are some exceptions, like I said, tuna, spices, nuts, some peanut butter, some almond butter, bread, stuff like that, but you have to know how to read those labels, okay? And while we're here, I'm going to cut this video to about 15-16 minutes, so while we're here, I'll pretty much tell you what sort of breads and stuff that I get that are in a box and can, okay? So sometimes I'll get frozen veggies. And this could be any variety of veggies and stuff. I don't like to get the ones with packed with corn and stuff. A good mixture of melody of vegetables, frozen veggies, and then I get Ezekiel. Let me not spell that. Ezekiel bread, okay? That you can find that at TJ's, short for Trader Joe's. Okay, TJ's Ezekiel bread. It's whole grain bread, and peanut butter. I get peanut butter or almond butter. And here's the trick to the peanut butter and the almond butter. Look in the back, and if it says peanuts, salt, sugar, high fructose corn syrup, whatever it is, all these 20 different ingredients, that's not what you're looking for. Put that back. It doesn't belong in your hand. Okay, put that back. What you're going to look for is you're going to be looking for the ones that says peanuts or the ones that says almond. And that's it. That's it. That's it. That's how simple that is. You see how simple it is? One ingredient. Simple stuff to save your life and make you healthy. Okay? So, basically, those are some of the examples. You know, you could also get like some whole grain tortillas. You know, and that's it. And that's it, man. This is just starting how to exterior shop, how to get you going. And as you go along, as you figure things out, as you figure what kind of lifestyle you're actually gonna follow, are you gonna be a paleo, are you gonna be vegetarian, a vegan, whatever it is that you're gonna be, then you find out what you're supposed to be shopping for, and then you know how to shop for it inside of the store. Okay, guys? So that's it, man. Your boy C-Bomb. This has been exterior shopping video for y'all, and I gotta get ready for a Sunday night call. So see you guys later. Thank you guys for tuning in. You know what it is. You got any questions, man, just hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up, send me a message, send me an email, whatever you like to do, man, and we will see you in the next video.